about?
Beach.
Oh, I forgot.
That's so funny. The whispering say it because we're clearly going to be really
He knows that we
confused.
don't know.
That was really good. That was one of my favorite ones so far. That was like tongue-in-cheek, self-aware. Thank you very much. Who sent that one in?
Jimmery, please excuse my teenage boy voice. You see, I'm a teenage boy. Fair.
Understandable.
Thank you for the rat episode. It was transcendent, unrivaled.
Wow. Yeah, Rats the musical was good. That was a good episode.
Rats, wow.
That was episode 2, so if we're unrivaled, it's kind of a bad job by us.
Rats the musical. Maybe I have to do write another musical when Jordan gets back.
Yeah.
Or another screenplay.
You
That
need
was
him
very
to-
fun.
I mean, he is here, as you can see. Just a bit quiet today.
Yeah, he's feeling a bit under the weather.
Yeah,
bones.
big night last night, eh, Jordo? Yep.
The wife is hounding him.
Oh, the wife. Oh, I wish he was here so he could say things
Pounding
about the
him.
wife. Wait,
I
what?
know.
Oh, yeah. What?
Hounding.
No, I said pounding because
No.
they're on their honeymoon.
Oh.
Good for them.
Sorry,
Little
separate
pegging.
point. Not the only place where Jordan is bones.
Do you reckon you have heaps of sex on your honeymoon, or is it not that much?
I think you're probably meant to, but I don't think you do.
think so?
Like, I reckon if you're waiting till marriage, you might.
Right, you're like,
Well, if
oh,
you're
this
getting
is
married,
Because
good.
then
the
you're
sparks
trying
already
everything,
out.
right?
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, I've heard about this.
Where does this go?
Yeah.
I
know?
think that's probably where it came from, right? The waiting till marriage.
Yeah,
Right.
and then you're meant to go and, like, you know, have your child, basically, because
Yeah.
that's what they're waiting for.
So that'd be like all sex all the time.
Yeah, they're not messing around. You better come home pregnant, you know?
Yeah.
Right. That
That's-
is literally what a honeymoon's invented for.
I imagine.
Yeah, it seems right.
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
You don't get a holiday for no reason.
You better be fucking.
But then also, like, you can't always get pregnant, depending on the time of the month.
Yeah, I suppose you go for a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honeymoon, so you got the full cycle.
Get the ovulation
yeah.
tracker out,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you probably don't have that back in the day.
Well, you could.
You bring the scientist with you.
No, but people
Who's
just
definitely
no,
not
you just
touching your
track it
wife.
with your like, you know,
Oh, your
period
mind.
and stuff.
Right.
You don't
Yeah, you
need.
use-
It's not scientific.
You look at the
really.
moon.
Yeah, you look at the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon menstruation.
Yeah.
When are we getting that?
What?
Why are we talking
'Cause
about
the-
this?
No, because you said menstruation tracker, and I was thinking,
Oh,
like, a
like
sleep
you want to treat
tracker.
Pokemon sleep. But
No, I was just
menstruation.
thinking about like
Pokemon
all
menstruation.
the shit that we track these days. Like sleep's one of them, and then it's like, oh yeah, ovulation tracker.
What about
Imagine it's
Pokemon
like-
shit?
Pokemon shit would be
shit.
good.
Nah, but you could hack that by eating like chilies all day. You know,
I think
Shit
you would
more,
have to like
get more
assess the
Pokemon.
consistency of your shit to know
At
you're
a certain
not cheating.
point, are you really hacking it if you're eating chilies? Like, I think that's just on you. It's like, I'm going to sleep all the time. It's like, you can, but you also can only do so many sleeps.
True.
Like, you're only allowed to do 4 shits a day or whatever that max is.
do not release Pokemon shit for this Pokemon company because I will go down the rabbit hole and
Yeah.
I will destroy my bowels.
Zach will min-max the game and
I tried competitive Pokemon
yeah, exactly.
shit.
He'll min-max it by maxing the game and minning his life. You know, like
Yeah.
he'll be in a bad state.
Pokemon, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, beach.
Beach.
Any beach thoughts?
I've got 3 thoughts that I'll sporadically, use, but we'll start off with one if you'd like.
Yeah, please.
European beaches with the rocks.
Yeah.
Bad.
That is crazy.
Nah, good.
Ooh, interesting.
I was sleeping on the rock beaches until I went to Brighton. Good beach.
Brighton in England.
In England, wow.
Because
You
it's
were
like the
sleeping
famous.
on them?
Well, the thing is like, it's a different beach. It's not the same experience. Like, you're not like bringing out the frisbee and having a throw.
Yeah.
You're not like, but you can just walk onto the beach, look at the sea, chuck a towel down. It's reasonably comfy. No sand anywhere.
Yeah.
No mess.
So when I went to Europe, went to Europe and we went to a stone beach. I was really against it, and ever since I've been like, I didn't give it a fair shot.
Yeah.
because I hate
Ooh.
the sand at the beach. It's my
Exactly.
biggest drawback.
Exactly.
So why do I hate the rock beach so much?
Because I just popped onto the rock beach because the town's right there.
You can go in your sneakers.
I
and
went.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
I was on shoes on.
Yeah.
All my regular clothes.
Yeah.
I go on there. I ate a picnic while looking at the sea. Watched some seagulls chase each other. Had some chips. Back to town. No problem.
It almost seems like it'd be good for your feet. You know, like those things you kind of like step on that. Those mats, it like gets your circulation
Yeah,
going in
yeah.
your feet. I
Yep.
just think I feel bad for the beaches. I'm sure they've really not recovered since my opinion.
Oh yeah, they've been waiting for you to go back there, Jackson.
The
and give them a
PR's
fair
been
go.
awful. But now I think they can recover once I go there and check it out again. Did you go?
Yeah, no, I'm fully shitting on the rock beaches.
What don't you like
I'm not
about
a
it?
fan. Like genuine pain in my feet.
And
when
wear
walking
shoes.
on it.
Wear shoes.
Yeah, but I am a big fan of swimming at the beach. Huge, I know.
That's going to be tough.
I'm a beach swimmer. It's like if I go there and you know how like sometimes you go to the beach with your partner and then it's like, oh, you want to swim? And it's like, no, I just want to like enjoy the beach. And it's like, that's totally fair enough. But for me, that is criminal. If I go to the beach, I'm swimming.
What's enjoying the beach? Like, oh, sit in the sand, please.
No,
Looking
like
at the
sitting on the
ocean.
beach,
Yeah,
listening
that's
to
great.
the ocean.
That's
and
being
like,
in the ocean, though.
No, looking at the ocean.
Oh, just staring at it?
no. Like, you can appreciate.
cool.
I can appreciate that other people like, you know, like reading a book, sitting on the beach, soaking up the sun and all that.
Yeah.
But I have to have a swim with that.
You need like an activity.
Yeah, it needs to. And thankfully, like Maddie will swim, you know, 95% of the time. But then there'll be like one time and she's like, no, I'm just gonna not swimming today.
Peter, I'd
Need
like
to
to
get need
apologise.
to get Pokemon menstruation out of. No, nothing on that.
Why?
Because I was saying 95% of the time she wants to swim, and then there was a time where she didn't, and then I thought of that, and then it was.
You needed Pokemon illustration.
Yeah, I more had a
So
full
would it sync
circle
your? Would
thought
you
in my
guys
own
share
head.
an account? Because obviously, what guys can't play this. So do you just play with your partner, like, and you get better Pokemon when it's not a
No,
period?
the guys play it more.
Right. Can
Gotta
you explain
check-
the concept to me just quickly? How would it work?
I think I'd like to move on.
We really started talking about beach. You didn't have to take it back there.
It was
Anyway.
already a fucking huge disaster.
I've got an apology for Peter. You said about looking at the ocean, and I poo-pooed it.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
I thought
don't
you
know what
would.
happened to me.
You
then.
love looking at your fish.
I take it all back.
This is the biggest fish tank in the world.
I take it right back.
What can you do at the beach? I don't know. Like, enjoy
Yeah.
looking.
And
Listen.
what I wanted to talk about also was nighttime beach. You guys like
That's
nighttime
scary.
beach?
Nighttime beach is.
It's a thrill.
It's a thrill, isn't it?
It's exhilarating.
so wild
It's so
for some
loud.
reason.
Why is it so loud?
Because everything else is so quiet at
Yeah,
night.
it's beautiful.
It's sick.
Walking on the beach at night,
Oh, swimming at the beach at night? Fuck that.
that's scary. I'm not doing
I don't
that.
think I've swum at the beach at night.
I have done it before, but I'm always terrified. I'm scared during the day. I don't know. Do sharks out more at night, or what's my brain doing there?
Yeah.
Well, we
Oh,
don't
it
know. We
depends.
can't see 'em, I
Oh,
guess.
true.
Good
Yep,
point.
My bad.
How do we know?
They're most active at dawn and dusk, apparently, but I don't know if that's just 'cause people are swimming at dawn and dusk and it's closest to
Surfers,
night.
and they're also the furthest
Like,
out.
And then maybe at night.
Maybe
they're
at night
like
they're real popping off, but there's
heaps.
just not that many swimmers. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they're on the they're just like sunbaking in the night on
I
the sand.
have seen more sharks at
know.
night in my fishing experience.
Right.
I think that they're generally more active at night than day.
Shit.
So yeah, that makes more sense, I guess.
And like one time I was jumping off a jetty at nighttime. Like it was like when I was working.
This story is scary.
Yeah, working at the trampoline park, and it was like shifts over, let's go. And it's all young people work there, so we all do dumb shit all the time, right?
Yeah.
And so then we went to this beach, jumped off the jetty. It's like 10 o'clock at night. It's proper dark, but there's like lights.
Uh-huh.
And then like this big shape cruises past, and we're like jumping off this jetty actively.
Yep.
And then we're like, you jump in, you climb out, and then this big shape, and people, oh look, a dolphin. I'm like, that's not. That's not a
dolphin,
fucking
boys.
dolphin. Dolphin's tail
Was-
go up down. This tail goes side to side.
Yeah.
Was anyone in the water?
No, we just we were like, you jump in, climb right out because it's nighttime. So
How
like,
is no one shitting themselves at it's a dolphin? Like,
yeah, I don't know. People, I don't know. They can't do the difference. So like, it's pretty alarming swimming at night.
Well, what if the dolphin was swimming on its side though, so the tail looked like it was going side to side?
yeah, that's probably what it was.
True.
Actually,
Not an
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
Or?
No, that's definitely what happened. But
like
I
it was sleeping.
Do you actually think it was something like a grey white though?
no,
Or
no.
like
It
something
was
real spooky.
Oh, it was like only like maybe
How
2
deep
meters
were you
long.
guys?
How deep?
Yeah,
Do you
I
know
suppose deep enough, right?
Coogee Jetty. It's like
Yep.
I
Oh, you in
guess-
that
pretty deep.
plantoon? What's it called?
No, the jetty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like 2 meters deep.
I've dived off that jetty, which is like 3 meters high, and not touched the bottom.
It's like 2 or 3 meters deep.
I think it's got to be more.
I've hit the bottom
Okay.
on low tide. Anyway,
Wow, that's a scary story. I did not like that.
Yeah.
I'm a bit scared of the beach, like the ocean.
I am
which is
too.
a big shame because I really like fish, but like I get jealous of bird watchers because it's like, there they are. You know what I mean?
But fish
You just
watching,
find them
you
by
really
fucking
gotta.
accident.
Yeah.
birds be like,
Yeah,
There.
there I am. You walk out the front of your house, birds.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the best.
I've really got to go out of my way to see a fish.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what
gotta
I mean?
be scuba or snorkel. You gotta.
and I'm a bit scared of the ocean.
Yeah, and people like diving, like, kilometers offshore
Yeah,
and
no, I'm
scuba
not doing
diving. That's
that.
pretty spooky. I would love to though, because it's so amazing.
100. I like watching videos of it on YouTube and just like sitting safely on my dry couch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm jealous. Is basically what it is. But I'm scared of the beach overall. I've come a long way with it though. I used to really hate the beach, and I don't mind it now. I quite like it actually. I'll say.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Like the whole like I'm sandy. It's like have a shower.
I think it was just because I was a gamer, and I just like gamers like comfort.
Yeah,
They like
Yeah.
their little comfy gamer seat.
they want their gamer seat. They want their flashing keyboard. They want
Yeah.
their gamer juice.
They need their mango monster.
Yep.
Mango.
Yeah.
Mango. What's it called? It's got a name.
No,
That's
white
ridiculous.
Monster.
Oh, White
But-
Monster's the new one.
Oh,
I
we
think
tried White Monster,
Mango
didn't we,
Loco is the one that I was talking about.
Mango
too.
Loco. Yeah, guys, me and Jackson shared a White Monster after the pod last week. It was
It was fine.
Fine.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was alright.
The reviews in. It was okay.
This is not good TikTok content.
No, my opinion is that
Sorry.
it's great. Just to get that out.
Okay,
was
can you
it?
can you say it right into the camera, being like, "It's the best thing ever"? We'll turn it into a clip.
White Monster is so good.
Wait, should we do a TikTok clip?
Yeah, that's
I-
what I'm saying.
I-
That's what-
ready? Ready?
no, I don't wanna be
Have you
forced-
guys been drinking White Monster recently?
Yeah, I tried White Monster the other day.
Can't talk over each other.
sorry.
We're not good at this.
I didn't want to do a TikTok clip, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, Zach, look at the camera. Tell him how much you like White Monster."
Good news. Da Vinci's new thing automatically does camera changing.
He's still
angles.
making stuff.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, now he does editing software. It's crazy.
Anyway, there.
Vinci's Resolve.
That's a free thing in the software now. So
Wait, what does it do? I was.
automatically changes the camera angles. You used to
Cool.
pay for a plugin.
Oh,
for that.
nice.
Anyway, what do you guys think about beaches? That's my first little beach detour.
Well, when you said you like changed your opinion and now you love the beach, what's your favorite
Let's not get carried
Okay,
away.
he's getting
sorry.
there.
I'm getting there.
favorite things about the beach?
A
What if we
dip. A dip.
Okay, yeah. So
I
you're a
like
dip as
getting
well.
like having a little swim and like a wrestle with friends in the water.
That's good.
You guys
What do
like
mean,
wrestling
wrestle?
friends in your water?
Yeah.
I like
I like when we take our clothes off too.
Oh yeah, it's got to be free balling.
and catching things in the water.
Yeah,
That's
Yes.
Pokemon
Penises.
menstruation
Oh,
style.
sorry.
Oh what?
no.
That's a
Come on, man. We
crazy
moved on.
thing to talk
We
about.
An absolute
moved on.
cacophony of bad things said. It's just terrible.
I'm actually glad we talked over each
Yeah.
other.
So maybe you didn't make it out.
I didn't even hear what Peter
Thank
said.
God.
Yeah.
I was locked in on trying to profit off this Pokemon menstruation idea.
The beaches. Yeah, what makes me like it is the wrestling. It's the games on the beach. I love
Yeah,
a good beach, game.
beach
Yes.
sports, spike ball, cricket.
I think I don't like
Frisbee.
getting burnt, which makes sense. And I get burnt reasonably quickly. Although I'm learning not as fast as I thought compared to a lot of people. Like I thought I was really bad, but I'm
Yeah.
not as bad as a lot of people.
This is some beach amateur level stuff. You just got to go earlier in the day. Like, do not go to the beach in the hottest part of the day.
Yeah, people love to go, all right, beach 1 p.m. It's like,
No.
dude, we can only be there 20 minutes.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. And then like you're putting sunscreen on the sands all, and they're like you exacerbate the bad parts of the beach by going at that time of day. Here in Australia, it's got like 7 a.m.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. It's
Gorgeous,
hot.
and you can stay out in the sun for like an hour, and you
Yeah.
won't get burnt because the UV index isn't
Plus,
high yet.
after that, you get a coffee. It's like the quintessential.
Yep.
Do you guys know?
Perth experience.
Let me just give you a quick cricket story.
Please.
It's beach related.
All right.
The women's cricket team for England comes out here, right? And they're getting smashed by Australia. And then the England coach goes to, I can't remember which beach in Australia, and just sees all the Australians doing beach stuff. And she comes out in the media and says, how are we supposed to compete with these Australians? Look at them go. They're at the beach, they're running around. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
That's Australia.
We're sick at like, swimming in the Olympics.
Uh-huh.
It's like we just grow up
We
on
just
the beach.
do stuff.
We just do stuff on a beach.
And England, they just have to sit inside, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're up to.
Our lifestyle is the best part of like living here, and it's something that we take for granted, living here. It's the best.
yeah.
And like when we had Expand Dogman Nathan and his wife Mariella here, one of the first things I did was just take them to the beach
Yeah.
at like 7 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Have a swim, have a coffee.
Go have fun, guys.
And then like it's like 8, 9 a.m. You've got the whole day ahead of you,
Yeah.
and you've already done something awesome that feels
if
great.
you start with something that just peaks your day, you can't have a bad day.
Yeah.
The days I can be bothered getting up and having a sauna and then sitting outside in the sun having a coffee, I'm ready for anything. Throw
you should-
anything my
you
way.
go
You
first
live close
thing
to the beach.
sauna?
You should just go first thing.
I should.
Dip.
I should.
First thing dip is elite.
Cold nips.
Yeah, no, not with them.
Get with the crew.
No, don't.
What
don't,
up, guys?
Don't make me talk about
What
cold
is the
nips on the
cold
pod.
nips crew? No,
Do you not know, Zach? Or are you just asking?
No. I know that they go to the beach early, but I want to know what's happened. That you
They're an
don't like
insane
it?
asylum.
No, you. These are like influencer friends because I like a lot of them a lot.
Okay.
But I genuinely don't want to get into it. But
All right,
it's
Jackson,
like,
hit me with the insane asylum.
I think it's
Peter is just.
Here's my opinion on it. It's
Yeah.
like the sauna and ice bath community. Like there's
Oh,
some
yeah.
very
Yeah,
insane
no,
people.
That says
Yes.
a lot.
There's also
Yes.
plenty of normal people that do it too.
yes.
But there's like a big social element to doing cold nips that is a little bit weird to me.
Like verging on cult.
Yeah,
Like,
very much
yeah.
so. But do your own thing. If you enjoy it, great. And I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, get that out of the way. Now tell me what they're really
Should
like.
we actually say what this is for,
Crazy.
for anyone?
Huh?
Nobody knows
true.
what this is.
Cold nips is people that go to the beach at like 5 a.m. or something.
It's like
a
you
cold
go,
plunge,
you
right?
do yoga at like 5:15 and then like swim at like 6.
They all meet and they chat and they go, "Oh, how good are we at doing finance or whatever?" And then they
Yeah.
they do a stretch or whatever. Oh, this is so good. Then they all get to the beach, head down, and just deadbolt into the water, and they stay there and they go, "Oh, like this is we're in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
together."
Well, I had a cold shower this morning, so I'm kind of there.
You're pretty much there.
Yeah, I'm a cold nipper.
And it's very social. Like you meet people that are like-minded.
It's grown very large. There's now like they have like 500 people rocking up the beach in Perth, and they did like a tour of the whole country, going to different beaches
Wow.
around like. And they have like photographers, and they have like it's a big
event.
It's become a business, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything against the people who are running it because like chase the bag, right? But when
Well,
something
how are they
becomes
making money from it?
they sell merch,
Uh-huh.
they have retreats now.
Right.
It's just become a business. Like, and when something becomes a business,
It sort of gets a bit diluted. The point of it makes sense to me. Very
Yeah.
similar to, like I said about the ice bath and the sauna people. It's like the people that dip their head in their bucket of ice and they're doing all these insane things on TikTok. I don't know if you guys see that stuff.
oh yeah, the guy's morning routine, that
Yeah.
was so
Oh,
funny.
it's like it's unironically like recreating the American Psycho morning routine. But
Yeah.
it's people actually being genuine about it.
Yeah.
Like that is what they do, and they don't realize that they're coming across as serial killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like putting that much analysis into feeling good. It's like, well, you don't actually feel good. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking about it way too hard.
I don't even know if it's to feel good. I think it's for like the young skin, anti-aging, like mindset, all the other shit. Like who cares if you feel good if you're productive and your skin is young?
Yeah.
Then like that's kind of what they want.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I suppose people need that,
You know
maybe.
that Brian Johnson guy, the guy who's trying to
Oh,
reverse
yeah.
his age. Have you seen? We've
I
talked
think
about
you
this
guys
before.
have talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I've never seen him crack a smile.
You're right.
Like he's never looked happy for a second of anything I've ever seen him in.
I think when he I've seen him smile. When he smiles, it looks like a Mr.
Scientists
Beast.
saw it.
It looks like one of those Mr. Beast AI looking thumbnails, but on a real person.
Well, it's like he's trying not to like wrinkle his face or something. It's
Just
just
true because smiling's no good for wrinkles. is
Yeah.
it? You want to have
Well, yeah,
a
no, I think-
stoic face.
I think he smiles, but like it's Mr. Beast does all this like smoothing and shit, and that makes him look like an alien in his thumbnails. And I think Brian Johnson looks like that, but in real life, he doesn't need the Photoshop. He
Right.
already looks like an alien.
yeah. So I take issue with these things. So I'm like, hey, instead of trying to extend your life so you have 60 years of feeling nothing, why don't you have 40 years of being happy?
Yeah.
No, but I like that he's doing all the research on what like is healthy, because he does a shitload of testing on himself, and he's actually finding stuff out that like helps anti-aging.
Yeah.
But then when he's like, try my mix of 65 different superfood berries for breakfast, and it looks like a diarrhea purple
When
powder.
it becomes a business.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that is where I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that, but like, if you find out some stuff that helps you anti-age, like that's pretty cool. Thanks for that info.
Just do what makes you happy.
Yes.
Don't worry. I mean, that's the basis of life, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't care that he's doing that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that myself.
Speaking on the basis of life, I think I'll go into my segment. It's called Life's a Beach.
That's a great segue. Where'd you fish that from? Another beach reference.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I was thinking,
Sandy.
well, we were getting a little bit existential, right?
Yeah.
Like how to be happy. So Life's a Beach is I've written down some statements
Right. Life's a beach.
that just go, life's a beach.
Life's a beach.
That's such a beach.
I don't know if I'm missing something here, but is it meant to sound
Yes.
like life? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe for our viewers at home, if they
It's one of those
confused.
things they put on like magnets. It's like, life's a
Yeah.
beach, Florida. You know, like
and you swim in it or whatever.
But yeah,
Some
is
shit.
it- Yeah, so
It's basically being like, like life sucks, have a vacation because
Just enjoy
it's
it.
the beach.
just,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, life's a beach is just basically things that depress me about modern life.
Right.
So it's a very depressing segment.
I really liked this Life's a Beach swim in it.
Yeah.
Did you make that up?
I did, though I would bet that it's been
Sorry,
said
I
before.
I really like that quote. I just didn't want to skip
I haven't
over
heard it
That's-
somewhere before, but I'm pretty sure someone said it before.
That's the perfect second
but
part.
if we want to make some Underdogs merch with that on it,
Yeah, no,
and my
you've
face and
claimed
all
that,
that,
I think.
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, sorry, Peter, go on.
No, that's okay. You guys can have some banter in between these. So I want you guys to just discuss. You can disagree, you
Love
can
it.
agree, or you
Right.
can say, you can say whatever you want.
Free
it's
will.
just a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have, or you can say, life's a beach. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Right, so these are bad. I'll find out.
Yeah, okay. The speed of light means that interstellar travel may never be practical with human lifespans.
That's fine. I don't
Life's
care.
a beach.
Seems
Yeah.
irrelevant to me.
I sort of agree too. I'm not that curious about all the other planets.
Don't care?
The more we hear about it.
I'm curious about the other planets, but I don't think I don't want to live there.
No, but,
Well,
like,
I think until
explore.
Yeah.
we find something that's like worth going to, like if we find a planet that is light years away that has intelligent life on it, and then it's like, oh well, we can never get there because of the speed of light. That would be pretty sad.
Yeah, that's-
But at the moment, it's like, well, we can't get to Uranus.
No, but the thing is like, like Uranus is feasible. You could get there in like
you're right.
a year or whatever, like depending on how fast the spaceship is. The closest star is over 4 light years away. So minimum time, if you travel the speed of light, which we can't. So let's say we go 95%.
Right.
No big deal. It's going to take at least 4 years to get there.
Yeah.
And then any message signal they send back from there is going to take 4 years to get here.
Yeah.
So then people leave here and they're 95% the speed of light. You don't hear about it, them getting there, until 8 years away.
Yeah.
You send a message saying, do this. That takes 4 years to get them. Another 4 years for them to send it back. Another 8 years.
It's not happening, is it?
Human lifespans, just unless we find some
And
wormhole
there's-
technology.
We are
there's
living
nothing we
longer,
can
I
That's
do
the
guess.
to
closest
to beat
star.
that.
The closest one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so interstellar means between stars.
Yes.
Does it? Yeah, okay, so that's the part I was missing.
Yeah.
Well, how far is Mars? How many light years are we talking
That's pretty
about?
close.
Not-
Was that
Any.
years?
Yeah, not any.
Oh, okay. So we could go to Mars.
Yeah.
Well, like,
our solar
we're
system
doing
is
that already.
very small compared to the gap between us and another star.
Right.
That's why I say interstellar, not
Yeah.
interplanetary.
Yeah.
But then
Well, I'll
even
feel all right with
Mars, I've
this.
been looking at it recently and kind
Have you?
of been like,
You got eyes on
I've
it?
been seeing this Mars.
I've been scoping in on it.
Yeah. Well, what's going on over there, Zach?
Why? Why go there?
No good.
What's the point? It's like, oh yeah, we could do all this effort and
Yeah.
like create another civilization by having everything enclosed and creating farms from scratch. And I'm going off the Martian here, but using their like poo to fertilize the soil and get potatoes and
Right.
like hold the air in this thing. And there's all these fucking storms and that. Just like, why?
Do you not consider the continuation of the human species as important?
What do you think? What do you
Like,
mean by
we'll
continuation?
farm
Like,
Earth until it's
Earth
60.
Oh,
gets
okay.
hit by a meteoroid, and like because there was this like like Neanderthals, like proto-humans, like the past
Right.
ones. There was another one of those. They lived on an island in Indonesia, and then the volcano went off, and they all lived on that one island, and they all died.
Good night.
yep.
Like Earth is our island.
Yeah.
So like there is some human will to expand to do that.
No, okay. I
That's
like
a pretty
that.
cool like way of, I think why we should go to places.
It's a good good that some scientists are at least having to think about how we do it. We don't need to do it now, but how would we do it if we had to or needed to?
Yeah, so I've never thought of Mars as kind of like a backup for the human race.
It's got to be the
Which is-
closest, right? I guess maybe the moon, but it's pretty small.
Yeah,
the moon
but
has
like-
no atmosphere either.
Yeah.
It's a little
a bit
tough.
dead vibe.
The sun kind of blasts you,
Oh, that I
and
can't.
then you freeze on the other side.
Right.
Mars, bit more stable.
A bit more chill.
If you're using it as kind of like a backup plan for the human species, I like that a lot more. But I'm not a big fan of having backups and like insurance in place anyway. So I think that's why
You
I'm
hate
not
insurance,
liking it.
famously.
Yeah, I
Fuck
don't like
insurance, man.
insurance. I don't like backing up
Mars.
my
If
stuff
I
on
die,
the
I die.
computer.
iCloud, forget it.
But like,
Live
yeah,
fast and loose, man.
yeah, and I've had enough disasters that now I back stuff up, but I'm not happy about it.
And you do have insurance.
Hey, you don't have to be happy
Yeah,
about
I
going
do.
to Mars.
I have insurance and I'm not happy about
You don't
it.
have to be happy about going to Mars, but I think it's still valuable.
Yeah, that's
the thing
my
about
tax
insurance.
dollars.
There'd be no beaches
Tents.
on Mars to bring it all back. We'd have to build our own. I don't think
Yeah,
that would work.
life's a beach.
Nuke the ice
Then you swim in
caps.
it.
All
was
right,
what
next one.
Muskie
Yeah, it seems
said,
like a
right?
good. Did he? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah,
All right, here's another Life's a Beach for you.
Right.
Social media is awful for you, but it's an essential part of promoting almost every business.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Don't start a business.
Okay.
It's not really
Die
solving
destitute.
anything.
That's good. Yeah. Thanks, Zack.
Yeah, you can not be destitute without. No, is there a way to escape?
There's not,
I guess poverty
without doing your own thing.
Yeah,
It's tough. Like, you can work up your way up the corporate ladder, but then, like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose you could work at a bank and try to become the CEO.
You
or
probably
whatever.
still need LinkedIn. You know.
Yeah.
Need some sort of social media. I reckon.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's a Life's a Beach.
Life's a beach.
Oh,
Life's
that's
a
an
beach.
absolute life's a beach. These all suck, man.
Sorry, this segment
Keep them
sucks.
coming.
People tell you to follow your dreams until you start actually doing it, and then it doesn't work out immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you start doing it and it doesn't work out immediately, then it's like, well,
Then people
stop
are like,
doing
maybe
that.
don't follow your dreams. But
I
then you're
think-
brought up your entire childhood getting told to follow your dreams.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
still
that's
happening
the
with kids?
problem.
Is that still happening with kids? Because I feel like when we were growing up, well, at least in my world, it was just, follow, you can be whatever you want to be. And it's like, no, you're 4 foot tall, you're not playing NBA or whatever. It's like some things you just can't
Was that
do.
just our generation that got told that?
I don't know, because our parents certainly didn't. And the ones before that, absolutely not. Like our grandparents were like, we're farmers. That's what you're going to be.
Yeah.
And then our parents were a little bit more like, we're a dentist. Come on, be a dentist. But I feel like us
And
is
then
like the
us is
most
like,
ever.
Do whatever you want.
I don't know what we're telling the kids
Until
now.
you start becoming a YouTuber, in my experience, then it's like, well, don't do that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
come
what
on.
I'm saying. This is kind of what I'm saying. Like, people say do whatever you want, and then you start doing whatever you want, and then they're like, maybe don't do whatever you want.
Yeah,
That's not
there's
what
a
I agree
blend
with.
of that, isn't there?
Because I was doing YouTube and it was doing like okay, doing the Pokemon Showdown thing, not a job.
Yeah, things
so
take
my
time.
my parents were like, you should get a job, and then that it did make sense at the time. Got a job. YouTube channel started doing better, and then I was like, I'm going to quit my job for YouTube. And then
See, I feel
it
like
worked out.
a lot of people in my life have done that and it didn't work, which is very common. You're in
Yes.
the 1%.
No, I'm obviously
and they've
in a
got
very
no
lucky
prospects and they don't want to do any other job, and so they're depressed. So I think like you need to have some blend of this where you're also doing some boring life plan in case things don't work out.
Yeah.
Like study and become a teacher,
Yes.
like Jordan was, and doesn't work out, or I've still got that. You were doing the neuroscience, like all these things like that. If you're going to follow your dream, have a backup. That's my, that's a bit of a life's a beach. It's not very fun.
Bit of a life's a beach, eh?
Yeah.
And I
All
think,
right.
importantly, from what you said, is like you be happy with your backup
Mm.
as well, because then like if it's a backup, you gotta be willing to like maybe
do it.
that'll be the thing that you're doing forever.
Yeah.
And if you're not happy with it, then it's like
Do you guys have a backup plan?
Yeah, I'm trying to get like editing jobs at the moment.
Cool.
So that I've got backup plans.
I famously hate backups, as we know.
Yeah, Zack hates insurance.
I know, but honestly, I don't really have a backup plan at the moment.
Do you, Peter?
Sorry,
Oh,
my
I
microphone's
lost
not
you.
working.
Yeah.
I'd probably like to become a science teacher or a biology teacher. I think I'd be good at that.
I've said like maybe being a videographer and like my thing is still like making videos in some capacity.
Yeah.
But I've
Weddings.
just not actually thought that far into it.
Yeah.
Because YouTube's thankfully going okay still.
Yeah. All right, next one. Gen Z is the most lonely and depressed generation on record, and we treat it with drugs rather than asking why they're feeling that way.
What are we? You're different to me.
Millennials.
Hey?
No, yeah, you're technically Gen Z. We're technically, but it's like we're all cusp.
You guys
Dude.
probably don't really understand my
Yeah,
generation.
sorry.
It must be pretty. It's lonely over there on that couch, isn't it?
Yep.
Me and
We grew up knowing how to, socially interact and have friends, but you're over there with a skeleton.
Oh.
that's poignant, isn't it?
Oh.
How
Life's a
fitting.
beach, man.
And then you swim in it.
A
Then you
beach.
swim
What do I
in it.
think about that? I think that's no good. Yeah, we need to try and fix some problems before we medicate them. That's becoming an
say-
Australian thing. It's always been an American thing, as far as I understand.
Over medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the what drugs are you referring to, if you don't mind?
Anything
Like
in
for
terms of like,
conditions.
like
Anti-anxiety,
anti-anxiety, antidepressants,
Yeah.
ADHD,
like Adderall, yeah.
all the ones that treat mental health. Basically, it's just mental health, like in general.
We're also
I
at
think the
the
thing
worst
is-
point of it, right, with Gen Z, which is what you said at the beginning, which is why
Yeah.
everyone's like, it's a epidemic, pandemic, whichever one it is.
I think the big thing about this is that social media isn't necessarily causing this, but it's really exacerbating like
Yeah.
any existing problem that was there. You have a bit of anxiety or depression, or like you might be a one on the spectrum of ADHD, and then social media is like just acting on your dopamine in a way that makes those problems so much worse, to where people feel like they need to be medicated.
Yeah.
When like I reckon if a lot of people just like stopped the screens, I'm talking from my own personal experience, then like
Yeah, but you can't do that because it's an essential part of promoting almost every business.
And
wait,
being
was this part of the
No,
same
this
thing?
is they're all linked.
Oh yeah,
But
Life's
even-
a beach, bro.
even besides business, like being a young person and not having social media is like
You can't just stop the screen.
Yeah,
even
Yeah.
like
Out of the
this is a
loop.
very small example, but I'm not online, and you guys will talk about stuff that I don't understand. It's like that to the nth degree. At least I still have
and imagine being
And
in
you
high
don't need-
school,
yeah, exactly.
where that really,
Yeah, where it's like, that's how
matters
you
to be
interact
part of
with
a
everyone.
group.
And you care so much about social validation when you're
yeah.
that age.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, I need to know what people are talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I need the
so you
latest
can't
thing.
really be off it. I
no,
don't think
you can't.
No,
Life's a beach.
I don't think you can be off it.
That's the scariest part. Maybe another life's a beach is that kids get these devices because they always need them to fit in.
To socialize, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what was this one?
This was lonely and depressed. They're using drugs rather than asking the question of why people are feeling this way or even addressing it.
The hard part also with mental health is this, as far as I understand, you can't like look at a brain scan and be like, yep, that's depression. Whereas you break a leg, it's like, oh, look at that, it's snapped there.
Yeah.
It's like really hard to know. And some people might say they are very depressed and they're less depressed than someone that's like, oh, I'm dealing with it or something like
Yeah.
that. It's very hard to know.
Here's my take that probably will get me shot down.
This
in
will be edited out.
A
so don't
burning
worry.
fire.
Yeah.
But I think that most mental health things like anxiety, depression, even some things like, let's say, like OCD,
Okay.
a lot of them, they're more, I think they should be treated as symptoms rather than illnesses themselves. And the illness is something that is shared between them all that we don't understand.
Like a mental health illness.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think
a
it's
symptom
all
of
kind of the same thing and it manifests in many different ways.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay, well, I thought that was going to go poorly.
I would say probably untrue, but I think it's extremely interesting. I'm
Okay.
not trying to shoot you down. I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Let's not say true, untrue. Let's say agree, disagree.
yeah.
Anyway, next
That's
one.
That's a good life lesson.
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Not true, untrue. Agree, disagree.
Yep. Well, who
Well,
knows who's
I was up
right?
against true. I couldn't say disagree.
Sorry.
Then I'm disagreeing with the truth.
No, yeah, I say I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, I could be wrong. That's
I'm going to just start saying I agree.
Life's a beach.
I agree. All right,
Life's
disagree.
a beach. Okay, developed countries are going to have population collapses because of low birth rates, as having kids is no longer a good financial decision for most people.
I think in some places it's the opposite. I know in Nigeria they have a massive birth rate because
In developed
people-
countries.
I thought you said not developed.
No, developed
yep,
countries.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to completely rethink this one because I had it back.
I'll say it again. Developed countries are going to have population collapses because of low birth rates, as having kids is no longer a good financial decision for most people.
I think that's a good thing. That's controversial, maybe.
No, it's not.
I think people not having kids is good. I think we don't need so many kids. And if people now, I don't think just have kids anymore. I think they think about if they actually want to have kids.
Yeah.
But the problem is that from an economic perspective, if there's a generation not having kids, then they get old and they become a strain on the system,
Yeah.
and there's no one working in their country anymore to support the pensions and stuff.
Oh, we got AI anyway, so
Okay.
jobs is going to go down, right?
Fair enough.
I think it's kind of.
That would solve the problem.
That's
I think it's
horrible
kind
to
of
think about.
feels like it's all right. I think if you don't want to have kids, I think a big problem was people would have kids and then resent them, and then you're fucked. Maybe that's part of the whole mental health thing.
Yeah.
Is their parents are like, oh, I wish I never had you. They feel it, even if they don't say
Yeah,
it.
people not wanting to have kids is pretty alarming, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, to some degree, it's your biological imperative to do it, right? Like, there's something inside most people's bodies that tell them
It should
you want to
be,
have kids,
yeah.
right? Like, because that's how you got here. All of your ancestors ever wanted to have kids.
Yeah.
And so it's probably in your DNA somewhere. Something must be really wrong if you don't want to do it.
Because literally, like you say, everyone that came before you
Yep.
wanted to have kids.
They wanted
Or
to.
just had them. Maybe not wanted
Well,
to.
yeah, they survived and they had kids.
Yeah, they had kids. So
And the thing is, you got to have at least two.
Yeah.
Like you can't even.
2.1 is the replacement rate because people die.
Yeah,
Yeah, hit by
well,
a
these
bus.
days, if like I would say maybe 1 in 10 couples don't want to have kids, and they agree on that. So then that like bumps up the numbers even more.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
people only want to have one kid
Yeah.
because of financial reasons.
Like South Korea, I watched a video about this on, Kurskasagt?
Yeah.
They did a really good video about this, about South Korea. And they're like, their rate is like 7 per woman,
Oh,
and it
wow.
needs to be 2 to replace.
Yeah.
Like they're ultra cooked, and it goes over all the economic
Yeah, I've not really
reasons why
looked
they're
into
cooked.
it. It sounds fine in my head, but as per most things, it's usually not.
It's very bad economically, and the only reason that Australia, from our perspective, doesn't have this problem is because we have a lot of immigrants who are reasonably young who are kind of propping up our economy. But if you look at who's having kids from the past generation, ours is 1.6, 1.7. Like it's going down. It's below replacement, but we're using immigration to remedy that. Anyway, life's a beach.
Society.
Do your part.
Second last one. Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life's a beach. And last one. The phrase dance like nobody's watching implies you shouldn't dance when anybody is watching.
You shouldn't. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Keep that to yourself.
I don't think it
Fucking
says-
look at you dancing.
I don't think it implies you shouldn't dance when people are watching.
You
It's
shouldn't dance
But
freely.
I think it implies that your best dancing is
When you're just
when you're
doing
by
it.
yourself.
yeah, but
'cause it's
why we should change it to, instead of dance like nobody's watching, dance like somebody you love and accepts you for who you are is watching.
Yeah.
It's not as catchy, though, is it?
No.
That seems like something you go to someone's house and they've got dance like no one's watching. But if they had your one, you're like, what's going
What
on?
the
Are
fuck?
you guys all right? They're like, we love the world. Aren't we connected?
That's
You're
such a hippie thing
yeah,
to have.
yeah,
Dance like your loved and trusted companion is watching.
yeah.
That's deep.
All
Dan-
right.
Dance if you wanna.
Yeah.
Done.
You can
All
leave
right.
your friends behind.
Sorry, that was quite.
Life's a beach.
That wasn't really about beaches at all, but
That was beach.
Oh, that was pretty beachy.
yeah. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
I'll drop in one of my little ones because I've got 3
Yeah,
little
100%.
things. If you want to just change the mood up, what did I write? Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, sort of. We talked about this. Do you guys have any anti-sand techniques at the beach? Keeping sand.
I wish
off
you just said tech.
Oh yeah, I learned a new
Anti-sand
one.
tech?
Go.
Sophie, we were at the beach down south, and when you have to have a beach with rocks, rock pool beach.
Right. Yep.
Need a rock pooly beach,
Right.
out.
and then you go to the rock pool and then put your shoes on the rocks with the rock pool and use the rock
That
pool to
is
rinse your
good.
feet, and then you kind of just have a towel and you can put them on the hot rocks. They dry real quick.
Yep.
Then you put your shoes and socks on, and then you cross
walk
the
up.
sand back up.
Because the walking, when you finally got all the sand off, and it doesn't matter what you do, you're
No.
gonna bring sand back. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
rock pool.
rock pool. Yeah, it's very clever. That was just a little stop in because, like I said before, sand the worst bit.
Yeah, I have no techniques. I get sand on me all the time from playing volleyball, like indoor beach.
Oh, the worst.
So I'm very used to the
I've not missed
sand.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get home and you get in the shower and your shower's just kind of for the rest of the week, it's just got a little bit
Yeah.
of grains of sand
And
in
then
it.
the girlfriend's getting angry at you because you brought all this sand in.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, I did, but what else am I going to do?
It's in
Why'd you
your
bring
hair.
half the beach back with you?
Yeah.
How much sand do you reckon they have to buy there? Because I feel like I take half the court back with me home.
People don't say that on pebble beaches. That must be an Australian saying. Because then, if you're taking half the pebble beach back with you, where are you hiding the rocks?
Coming back with just rocks stuck to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be more annoying,
You
though.
don't get, there's some real bad places for sand to get to, usually, in the crotch area.
Yeah.
There's some crevices there that just, I can't imagine
Yeah,
being a
and
woman.
the anus was no good.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
God.
there. Anyway, that was my just quick little
You just
stop.
fold the foreskin
Yeah, nice.
back and it's
I
just
got-
like,
Okay.
just
yeah,
me?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I've never folded it back and been like just sand, just falling out.
yeah, it's
You
like,
brought, oh, no beach on you, and you're like, oh wait, here it is, pull back.
it's like a sock full of coins until you unfold
oh,
it.
guys, I got a quick little detour here. Let's get away from this one.
Yeah, go on, Zach.
Yeah, so you know what's at the beach?
Sand,
And
water,
Seagulls.
what's in the water? Special type of water.
Salt.
Yeah. And what else has salt water? That's going to be the float tank that I did on Saturday.
Oh, you did it!
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go. I was hoping you
So-
would. I didn't remind you, but I'm so glad you did.
Wow.
So last week, well, it's just going to be when me and Maddie go to do the floats. Last week we were sort
Have you
of
got her on
teasing-
quotes? No, sorry, I'll come back to that.
Yeah, we were teasing last week that me and Maddie got given a bunch of float tanks. Technically she got given 6 from her work.
Like
and
a
they
pass
said,
to go, not
and 3 of them they said were for me, even though it was like her work bonus. So I was like, oh hell yeah. So we went and did a sensory deprivation tank. And me and Peter had kind of come up with a segment that I would come up with a few famous Little Z quotes while in the sensory deprivation tank because my mind would be wandering, and I didn't want to like spend the whole time trying to think of quotes. Honestly,
No.
I was just trying to
But
get
it
my
would just
mind
come
to
to
wander.
you.
Yeah, they did. I got a few that came to me. I just got 3.
What's it
and
like? Can you give me a quick what?
Yeah,
how
true. I'll
was
talk
it?
about the whole experience.
Yeah.
It was you. It might sound stupid. You float more than I thought. Like the whole thing is the floating. Okay, wait, no, but what do you guys imagine? I need to hear from you. When you go to a float tank, how submerged are you imagining that you are?
I'm pretty much imagining like I'm pretty much on top of it.
Are you just like a bit more than a face?
Are you saying what percentage of my body is under
Yeah.
the? I would say like at most 50%, if not
Okay.
less.
No, I reckon my ears are in there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
No, I'm picturing
I
about
can't imagine a liquid
40% of my
buoyant
body.
enough to keep much else out.
Well, I was thinking you would be like almost under the water but weightless, you know? But it's actually like you're not weightless, you're kind of like a helium balloon. You're floating on top of the water because it's so salty.
Right.
Whereas I thought I'd be a little bit more submerged, so that was interesting. And
Well, what percent was it?
Do you lie on your back?
Yeah, you lie on your back. It's basically just like
Like ears are out of it?
yeah, I would say you're as much floating as you can be without being literally lying on top of the water. Like
Yeah,
you're not
that's
walking.
what I
Is it
was
like
picturing.
really buoyant? Like
It's extremely buoyant.
That's
More
crazy.
buoyant than I expected.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, and then they like turn all the lights off. They play a bit of like forest sounds for the first 5 minutes to like warm you up, and then they turn it off and it's just silence for like 45 minutes.
Also,
and then-
where is this? Because I'm picturing it's like in the middle of a mall.
Yeah, that's where they are. Oh, that's right. I thought they
No,
were.
this was in like a wellness place.
Oh, that's sick. Because I was like, a middle of a mall is not a peaceful place.
No, it was a very nice, peaceful. You sat in a little couch area before going through. It was basically like a massage parlor-ish
Cool.
kind of vibe.
Oh, sounds great. How
Yeah.
much are they to do? Sorry, a lot
I
of
think it's
questions.
like $80 for a once-off, so quite a lot.
Can't do it.
If you get a weekly membership, it's like $50 for one
A
week.
weekly member. This is like sauna pill type
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
yeah, big time.
Sauna's better though.
And then even on the thing, they were telling us after one float, you'll like be getting used to floating. On like the second one, you're used to the experience, so your mind starts wandering. And then it was like on the third one, you will unlock the like deeper.
You achieve Nirvana,
sensation.
basically.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the third one. when I
Right, like
become-
you can't really know what you're doing until
Yeah,
later.
no, I think I'm gonna become like the Dalai Lama.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
my
So
third float or something.
the third float quote will be the goat float quote.
Yeah, so
Oh,
these are just
shit.
shit quotes, basically.
Okay, well, yeah, I got 3 quotes here, and the quality might vary.
Can we do some kind of intro? I feel like we used to do like intros, like pop, and it's like
Yeah.
because this is a recurring segment.
Should we do,
we're
like-
So this is
Float. Quote. Here they come.
yeah, that was brilliant.
no, you can't. You then have to just do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hello, I'm Little Z, the floater quota, and today I've filled my quota with 3 float quotes.
What do we need our intro for? It's like intro for the intro. Anyway, go on.
They're really good.
Okay, first one. Do we want to start worst to best?
No, just say best to besterest.
Okay, best to besterest.
Are we going to rate them?
No, we're
No,
going to
just
discuss
give our
them.
thoughts.
Okay.
We're going to discuss them. There is no such thing as mediocre art.
Interesting. So we've kind of had this a little bit before with
Yep.
With the art is harder
I like
to be
this.
objectively good than
This is
Okay,
good.
It
Can
was my
you-
original quote.
Can you elaborate on that? Or
Yeah.
How does this work? Do we have to ask you
No,
questions?
we have to try to work out what he means.
No,
Well,
I
I think
think
I
I'm
know
going
what
to
he
need to
means.
elaborate somewhat, but you guys can discuss.
He means like anything that art that anyone does is inherently good.
Yes, because it's a expression
It's
of
hard to-
something, and
yeah.
then you can't. You're always going to express something, and then it's achieved its purpose.
I completely agree.
But I think art can be bad as well.
Interesting.
Because it can be lazy or boring or made with no intention. Like if I just like copy pasted, something off the internet, would you say that that's mediocre art by me?
No, Peter,
I wouldn't say that's art though, because you've literally ripped it. You
No,
haven't-
but why did I choose that one to
but
rip?
did you change the font?
It doesn't matter. That's a creative choice by me because it's my art, and you have to accept that it's good.
it's got everyone thinking. What a quote.
It's a good
So
quote.
that's kind of got me thinking. Your art. So I think it's good.
Okay.
But I think you were bang on with saying that there is such thing as bad art. For me,
He was bang on. Hang on. What was your quote?
No, I said there's no such thing as mediocre art.
Oh,
So-
okay, so there is bad art,
Yeah, I think there's definitely bad art.
but there's
then-
nothing that's just fine.
Yeah, because I think
Okay, this is completely. I got
think
it wrong.
anything that is just average is not going to stand out, and I think that makes it bad as art. But I think anything that like stands out, whether it's if someone shits in a can and it gets like all these people's attention and sells for a whole bunch, which we've talked about on the podcast before, I think that makes it good art.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think
yeah.
if you do like a drawing and it's just like, oh yeah, like that's okay, I think that is bad because it's,
so if everyone
if
goes,
it's not provoking any thought,
yeah, if 100 people go, oh,
then
yeah,
that is
whatever.
bad.
That's
but if
bad.
it's like it can't be in the middle. I think it's two extremes.
Right. That's not what I thought you meant.
I think almost anything can be good art if you think about it for long enough. Mm-hmm. Because it's completely subjective, you know what I mean? It's in the eye of the beholder. Like, you could have something that's not even art, and I could stare at it, like,
And it's like so bad then it becomes good.
yeah, exactly.
But it never is mediocre.
You could take a photo of this room, and it's not an art piece, and be like, why did they choose all the and then it becomes good art. So
Well, I don't know what I think about this. This is a good one. It's got me thinking, which is
Yeah.
the point of a
great
quote.
flow.
yeah.
That was the best,
That
not
was
the besterest.
No. They'll get bester.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what
saying.
we're
That was
saying.
only the best.
That
That
was
was
the
the
best.
besterest.
That was only the best.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
the best.
Okay, how's this next one? Before you push yourself, you must pull yourself together.
Wow.
Legs.
Wow.
Yeah. Discuss.
Bars.
That's
Bars.
good. I no.
Yeah, I feel like that one's not too cryptic. That's pretty
That's
pretty good advice.
Dare I say it, mediocre, because it did make me think.
Oh,
Okay.
It did make me
Come
think.
on.
Oh.
We all know that
I
one
just
was-
like the push and pull
Sounds
of
like it's
it.
a mediocre.
Yeah, push and
float
pull
quote.
is
Thanks, Giga Chat in the Patreon chat.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yep.
Yep. No.
Okay.
Yeah, discuss.
Go on.
If you wait till you're together before you push yourself, you may never do anything.
That's good. That's another. Well, I'm surprised you're not floating right now.
Yep.
Because that was pretty good.
But like if you pull yourself together, it doesn't necessarily, what's the meaning behind that? It could just be like focus up.
Yeah.
Or it could be get your life together.
Yeah.
I like
There's
that you came up with
very
it and you don't really
extremes.
even know what
Yeah,
it means. It's very open.
Well, it's so
It is.
philosophical.
It is.
that,
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
so philosophical.
Imagine me lying in the float tank thinking about yin and yang, push and pull, and then I'm
Yep.
thinking, before you push yourself.
What? I know you don't have a clock in there, but what percentage of time do you estimate you spend on these quotes?
Very little, I'm going to be honest.
Like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was just letting my mind wander.
Oh, and it would just come to a quote.
Well,
Not
we,
like
we went past a lot of things
Right.
that I was just like thinking of random stuff that like was not leading anywhere.
it wasn't
And then
like
for some reason,
let's do quote thinking now.
Yeah, not so much, but I had it like in the back.
Like
of my
you
mind.
have, he was think about things and then be like, I should make that into a quote.
Yeah, let's figure out this quote.
Yeah,
So what inspired that one? If I can, so it's
Well, I
so
should-
interesting to get to meet the guy that comes up with quotes.
I should keep that in mind. I don't really remember the moments before because my mind is so empty and wandering. Like
Spoken like a real artist.
I only remembered out of this.
He was traveling through the
You
cosmos.
can't really explain it.
Out of this session, I didn't obviously couldn't write down the quotes, so I just had to remember art, push,
Yeah.
and another keyword for the third quote, which is goat, which we'll get to.
Art, push, goat.
Yeah, so I just remembered those three words, and then I reconstructed the quotes when I was out of the tank.
I see.
Based on because I was.
That's good.
I remembered what I thought about in there, but I wrote it down.
You didn't
when
want to
I
waste
left.
any time like wordifying it.
No, of course not.
Yes, because you're too busy floating.
And sort of,
You
I
could
trusted my
there's like
brain to remember that because it was such an incredible thought. I trusted that to be held in my brain.
Yep.
While letting my mind drift.
There's some sort
know?
of like, I don't know if this is just funny to me, but a sketch where you are explaining this on a stage
Yeah.
with a crowd full of clapping people.
Yeah.
And like
And
the
I've got
guy's interviewing you.
brochures.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And
Anyway.
yeah, it's like
Sensory
you,
deprivation
sounds like
tank.
begins his float cult.
Yeah, it's like a TED talk.
Yeah.
Quote
Oh, yeah.
cultivator Zack Trahan's here.
After the world's shittest quotes on the podcast, he's come so far.
Should we get the besterest quote?
Yes. The number one best
Cannot wait, Peter. Are
Okay.
you just brimming with the
The
anticipation?
goat of float quotes, and it's about goats.
Oh my god,
This is unreal.
it's
Okay.
just what an honor.
The true goat is not the one at the top, but the one climbing the mountain.
That was the sound of Jackson dropping the mic for any audio listeners.
Wow.
Wow.
The true goat is not the one at the top of the mountain. It's the one climbing it.
Yes.
Then what's the goat at the top of the mountain?
Forget him.
No, just
Peter.
it's
They're not the
both
real
talking
goat.
about goat as in greatest of all
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
and goat as in
It's multifaceted.
yes, of course,
Yes, because goats climb mountains.
Yes.
And goats are the best.
mountain goats.
Mountain goats.
It's about mountain goats. And also greatest of all time.
Yeah,
So the greatest of all time is not the actual greatest of all time. It's the one who's like sort
it's
of
not the one at the top. It's the one climbing the mountain.
like with the Messi Ronaldo thing. It's like forget them. It's Pedro who's kicked 3 goals so far, but he's on his way up.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot
He's
of different
5 years
ways
old.
of interpreting this one.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to elaborate because there's just so many different things you can get out of this quote. I want everyone else to go home and just really, really dive deep into
Wow.
what you can get out of that
Bit
one.
of homework
They're
from the
all-
quote goat.
They're all best at minimum, but I think you got them the wrong way around.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
agree.
Like I think that the goat, don't get me wrong about the goat, it's the best quote. But the besterest, the one that made us talk the most was the art one.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know, does that mean does a good quote just explain itself straight away? Like that quote, I don't even need to understand it. Like I get it.
Yeah, you get it, but do you agree with it? I guess we could talk
But that
about.
doesn't necessarily matter with the quote. But it hasn't made me think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like, it should be... The point of a quote is to be thought-provoking, not to be...
Like the
right.
Not necessarily. There's heaps of quotes that are just meant to be right. Like good advice quotes.
like what?
What?
If
this
they're so
sucks.
good,
I don't
name
know
one.
many quotes off.
You like quotes so much, name them
you're
all.
the quote guy? Name every quote.
Life's
Like
a
the-
beach, swim it.
No, the one I can think of that like is like I think therefore I am is like the most famous quote to me that comes to
Yeah.
my mind, and that doesn't I can't understand it straight away. I still don't really get it. It's like you're like if you can think therefore you understand things. It's like you exist.
Oh, do you not get what he was trying to
I
say?
get what he's trying to say, kind of, but like not completely. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? It's very like you can think about it a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas quote that I don't remember is one that's like stand up straight and you'll be happy, and I'm like I don't care.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I googled famous quote, and the first thing is the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
See, that makes me
That's-
think.
Yeah, what the hell
Does
is
it
that
make you
about?
think, or is that just seems like good advice?
What the hell is that about?
What does
It
mean?
means like, oh, well, now we're discussing it, so it's proving Jackson's point. So
I have nothing to say about this.
Nah, to me it means like the only thing you have to be scared of is inside your own brain, like inside your own head, the emotion.
Yeah, but like,
So
what
it's like-
do you do about that?
Well, you can confront it, and it's like you.
But then
I think you can train yourself to not be scared, because fear is an emotion, and you can technically ignore it. Like,
But then
you
it makes me think like my fear of sharks is like, am I scared of the shark, or am I just scared of the thought of the shark, or like what it starts to make me think about these? Like I'm delving deeper.
Yeah, it's not like an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, it's like
it's a pretty
brilliant.
cringe quote.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fruit's healthy.
I think the best ones make you go, sort of like art. And that's why I think the art is never mediocre.
Interesting.
Is the best quote. Because I'm
Yeah,
just
okay.
going, what? You know? At first I didn't even get it.
Okay, perfect. I like that.
That's why, let me just clarify and say that all of them were the best. But the besterest was the first.
Thank you.
What do you
thought-
think?
Besterest was just the best.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, they were better than what I thought I would come up with in the. In the
Yeah, I
tank.
thought we'd be laughing at you a lot more. Yeah.
I
Why
think
has the
like-
beach episode been the most philosophical
has.
episode of the Underdogs podcast ever? Maybe because
Wow.
Jordan's not here.
That's just rough.
Thoughts on that one? Gonna defend yourself? No, but honestly, he does come up with the best questions that make us think. So
Him and Holly
I take
listening
it back.
to this on the plane.
Yeah.
Just-
Gee, I wonder how much they miss me.
I got one more thing about beaches.
Oh, please.
Waves. You guys wave?
Love a wave.
Do I
No,
wave
it's
at
like
people?
this wave.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
wave do you guys do if you see someone?
I've got a new one. I picked it up from my sister and my housemate.
Right.
They do this one. Hey.
Right.
Freddie, can you describe
yeah,
that
that's
to the audio
really
listeners?
hard.
From your thumbs at your
So
nipple,
you're
facing
starting
in,
kinda-
elbow out, and then you rotate your elbow towards your body, and your hand is up.
And
Yeah,
then
I
you
would say
hold
it's
it
like
out
a
there.
clockwise quarter turn with the right hand.
Well, it's anti-clockwise from my perspective, but yeah, to the...
Going from like 9 to 12.
And so you're like, hey, and
Yeah.
it kind of stays there until they acknowledge you. I'm not like needily, give me your attention.
Because there's
wah."
like the when someone can't find you, you've got this one with
Yeah,
your arm
yeah.
in the air waving. One
I'm
that
a
I'm
bit of-
into. Describe that.
That looked like you were
That's
grasping something.
Yeah, like you were playing with a stress
Like I'm
ball.
grabbing something,
but
you put it
without a
out, and you
ball.
just go-
Yeah, that was a bit of like a child's gimme gimme.
Like a
Yeah.
lobster
I don't
ball.
like it.
I love it.
It makes me uncomfortable.
One that I
But it
do a
makes you
lot
think.
is like the.
Which is a good sign of a good wave.
It's your wave art.
Okay, rate. I think this might be my default wave. So
Okay, you
can
got to
rate it.
describe. We'll try and describe it. Arm
Oh,
up.
it's similar to mine.
Yeah, arm up.
It's just.
It's
But you're
like
starting at an arm down and going straight up.
It kind of
Almost
looks like he's bidding at an auction.
you're asking a question. Is what I
Yeah,
was
like
gonna say.
displaying the hand,
Yeah.
but not necessarily a wave.
10,000.
Are you tilting the head down, or are you?
Oh
leaving
yeah,
it
that'll
straight?
usually be accompanied by a nod.
Nod
maybe.
down.
Yeah.
Eyebrows up. Did you see that?
Oh, nod down, eyebrows up.
That's what you
See,
did.
mine's a head back.
Head back.
Oh, head
Hey.
back. Okay.
Head
Hey.
back's a bit more like.
What's
oh,
up?
Like almost like wow, you're here.
Yeah, you're
kind of
like
thing.
surprised to
Jackson,
see
you're
them.
a bit of like a lean in, maybe one eyebrow raised while you were doing that stress ball.
That's terrifying. Never
No,
do
not
that
quite
to
that
me.
much,
This
but,
one's
If
like,
you
good,
do that,
'cause
if I see you in public, you do that.
it
I
was
don't know
definitely
you.
like I'm already being invited to be part of a comedy bit.
Like this
with
is
that
good
one.
because it just diffuses all
yeah,
tension.
it
We can't
disarms
have
the
a weird
situation,
conversation
doesn't
after
it?
that.
Yeah.
What do you think is the worst wave?
Probably the one I do. The worst wave.
Probably
I
the
mean,
finger.
Oh yeah, other than like
Not
you know,
great.
the
No, but
finger.
one that's actually a wave.
What do I not like?
Like one intended as a greeting and it just doesn't really land.
Probably like the kids like when you elbow still and you just wave the hand around. Is the
Right,
best
just
way to
pivoting
describe
at the elbow.
it. Yeah, just like this next to your head, waving it.
What about
Are
a
we
thumbs
fingers-
up?
Oh. No, but they go
Imagine
through
just
waves.
like, hey, they give you a thumbs up.
I suppose that's kind of a wave.
Are we fingers apart or fingers together type wavers? Because that's like the Queen wave is the fingers together and
Queen
rotate.
wave.
Oh,
That's-
Queen wave is unique.
I
Bring
like
back the
doing that
Queen
with
wave.
when I say goodbye to family. Like on my way out in the car.
Yeah,
you know, they
like-
come out to
like
say
they
goodbye.
did.
Exactly. Goodbye.
It's a bit tongue in cheek, that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of like, oh, I don't care about the patriarchy, you know?
Does the king do that wave now?
Hey, mum and dad, don't care about the patriarchy. Here we go.
And they're like, that's how we raise your
Shout
son.
out about Lizzie the Third,
yeah,
eh?
yeah. Anyway, yeah, fingers are separate for waves for me.
Yeah, fingers separate.
And they come together in a clenched fist.
Yeah,
I
and it's
hate
back
your
out.
wave. Stop doing your wave. Isn't mine fun? Hey.
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 Yeah, so Peter's head tilts back and to the side.
It's
Very inviting.
It's iconic. We're at my sister's wedding in the photo booth. We all did the wave.
Right, it's famous in your
It's
friend group.
iconic. It's
Right.
very important.
Zach, yours is far more like, that's almost like I
Formal.
don't know you.
Ooh,
Like I'm
maybe.
getting to know you.
Well, I feel like people I know I will hug, but then there's the distance where you got to wave first before you hug.
No, see,
So then-
yeah, no. That's wave is for distance hellos. Hug is for
about like
close
a-
proximity. Whoa.
That's terrible. Isn't
That was
it?
What is that,
gangster,
Zach?
bro.
The deuce?
That's the peace sign facing away, and you sort of like flick
Yeah,
into
you
it.
cock
like,
your wrist
yo.
almost like.
Nice.
That's I
Yeah.
don't do that one. That seems out of my league.
I reckon
in
you
terms
should
of
try
waves.
it.
What wave do you think Jordan does?
He does the big sweep. Hello.
Oh,
Yeah,
he does too.
You've got
Yeah.
it.
It starts at
big
like
sweep.
waist.
Yeah.
and it's
like
right
he's drawing
hip.
a rainbow.
And he does
like,
a rainbow wave.
like the SpongeBob
Jordan might be the
imagination.
biggest waver out of all of us now I think about
Yeah.
it. It's devastating that he's not here to comment.
And the hello really made him for me.
Hello.
Hello.
You probably could have said he does anything and said hello and I would have believed
Yeah,
it, to be
true.
honest.
He
Like, I
pulls
can
his
picture
pants
it.
down, shows you his bum, and goes,
And
hello.
I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, got
Yep,
it.
that's Jordan.
On a good day.
What a guy.
I also found
Maybe
some-
our weirdest segment ever. The
Oh, yeah, do
wave
we-
review.
That was way more. I thought there'd be more on the anti-sand technique than the waves, but there you go.
If we want to move on, I have a couple beach-related Reddit stories. If we wanted to read them, I'm happy to.
I reckon we'll crack out one to round it off and then
Yeah, give us one.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's
Yeah, the float quotes
I'll
and
give you
Reddit
some
stories.
options. Yeah, I did.
This is a bit of like light reading. If you made it to the end of the podcast, you get a nice listen to a story made up by someone else.
But
I
the
do like-
farmer wave, with the finger on the steering wheel.
Oh,
Is that the
Oh,
farmer
yeah.
wave on the steering wheel, right? I think that's what that is. So I'm just checking on the waves. Elon Musk wave. Do you guys know what that is?
no.
I think
Probably
it's
something pretty weird.
Isn't it not doing the what's it called? Like
Oh.
hail.
Not the salute.
Yeah, that
Right,
he did
okay.
at the thing.
All
I
right.
think they're making a
Can
joke
I
about
can
that.
I say something to do with waves while we're on the wave topic?
100%.
Go.
Okay, you're in traffic.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're letting someone through,
Oh.
and you need to indicate to them to go through.
I need a wave.
How are you waving them?
How to describe
Two
this?
quick ones there.
Yeah, two.
So he's like got his
Yeah,
hand
two
forward
quick
and then
ones.
2 quick ones. You're a 2 quick ones?
I'm a 2 quick one.
But very important, if I can't make eye contact with them, they're not coming in.
No.
I'm looking, and if they're not looking at me, I'm going.
Yeah, you're not just like gesturing wildly.
Like, come on, hello.
They gotta look for the
They gotta
approval.
be looking. They need something from me. I need the eye contact.
Here's
I
mine.
need that human connection.
This is, I think this is pretty sick.
Okay, wow.
Okay,
I'm excited.
I think that like the little dicky hand movements, it kind of reeks of insecurity.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Go.
So Peter's doing a full
Like
motion
a
as if he's
presentation.
like go before me through this
Like a
door.
platter.
Yeah,
sort of,
like,
yeah.
Entrez-vous, s'il
After
vous plaît.
you. Yeah.
After you, entrez-vous, s'il vous plaît type
Yeah,
shit.
s'il vous plaît,
It's
big
just
time.
like, go ahead.
But I think
That's very like, be my guest.
Yeah, it is. I think it's sick.
that's very formal for you. That I feel like you're not a formal person.
No,
Do you
but
have
it's
a very
it's,
like
it's chill though.
what about like a really fun, like casual way? Do you think there could be something better? Is what I'm opening it to the floor. What about
It'd be great if you had the prop, you know how they land planes?
Yeah.
And you just pull them off the seat and start
that's
doing
a
that.
fucking great bit.
You pull out
That's
the paddles
good.
to light up the
Yeah,
paddles
yeah,
and
and
stuff.
then like, what the fuck?
You're like
the
leaning
through.
out the window.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
And then you got a whistle in your mouth. You're like a traffic cop.
Like, yeah, you get out your car and all that. Yeah, that's
That's good.
that would be good.
My suggestion was going to be finger guns, which I'm not saying is better.
What, you point at
but
them
I'm
and
saying
then you
it's an
point it through the
option.
gap?
Yeah, no, you just like point at where they should
Right.
go.
That's
you could
fun.
like finger guns through the windshield.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
sorry,
Peter.
a conversation. That was just my whole thing.
Yeah.
Try out mine. It makes me feel pretty cool.
Oh, we lost
Oh,
you
sorry,
there.
I was saying it makes me feel pretty cool, so try
Yeah.
it out. The
Platter.
like just the open gesture. It's like not like go, come on, go. Just
Mine's like, come on. It's
see, it's a little needy.
It's not no.
Come
Mine's
on.
the opposite of needy.
Come on.
It's like, are we going or are we not going?
See,
Yeah,
you're,
it's
you're
like
irate.
nonchalant.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah, chill.
I don't want to let them in.
Go.
Get in here.
Get in.
I think Jackson does a lot more driving in traffic than you.
Yeah, Peter's
the thing
has to
where
let
he
one
might
person
be-
in a month, and he's like, "Hello."
yes, my gracious self will now allow you through, my friend.
Not trying to throw you under the bus, but I do very little driving, and I enjoy driving.
Yeah,
like,
see, I let
quite a
about
bit.
6 people in
But
today.
you- yeah, but I know you do.
If I did this,
go
Peter,
through
I'd be
traffic to get
exhausted by the
here.
time I got here.
I've tried out. Maybe it'll make your driving
Maybe
more
it'll
fun.
make it more fun. You're right.
It's like my arm sore.
yeah.
What if you like did it along to the music? You're like, go on.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'll like do it to the
vibing,
beat of the song
dancing.
and the little wave
Yeah.
in.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's pretty sick.
yeah. They can't hear the music, so it just looks a bit, you know.
No, they know.
They
They
figure
see
it
you
out.
bopping. They see you bopping.
What song could you swap it to a song and it's like you go? What's a song that could work?
I like you go. I have a space for you, kind of song.
Yeah. Got to go my own way.
Carry on my wayward son. No?
What's that one from Ice Age? It's like dum bum 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 on my way. Do you guys know that?
Oh yeah.
Send
From
me
what
on my
Ice
way.
Age?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's from other things.
No.
No. It's like how all the
Bon
Shrek
boy.
songs are from Shrek.
Yeah. They get
I-
pretty pissed about that. Don't the band? They don't like that.
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah.
I know you because of this movie.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Well, they were saying there was number 1 before the movie.
Speaking
I
of which,
saw them.
I saw Darude on the weekend.
So sick.
Oh,
He's
wow.
sick. He's so good.
What other songs has he got?
I don't care because they were all sick. Like literally, like I don't know their name, but
Yeah.
the set was all
It was
really,
fun.
really good.
Yeah,
it was
well,
all really, really
techno's
good.
Fun. It's like techno, isn't it?
It's
I
like
guess?
trance.
Trance, yeah, okay.
And the thing is, he knows. Like this is what got me onto the topic. He knows that the people want to hear Sandstorm. Like I'm there. I like trance.
Yeah.
So I was there for the whole thing. But let's say like 80% of the people there are just
Yeah.
like, this is the Sandstorm.
I'll just go
guy.
one or two ways with that.
And he was so fun about it and so cool about it because he'd like play one of the maybe sounds from it
Yeah.
in early part of a set, and then all the people would get excited, and then he'd do a sick drop anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's not like he lost momentum
Yeah.
by not doing it.
That's-
but he kept them on board. It was
was
really
dragging
sick.
them in.
Yeah,
That's
it was
hard
really
to
sick.
pull off, like having people not be disappointed when you're like teasing
Yeah,
it. For
yeah.
the
So
whole,
long as you
He's
do
kind-
it,
it's
I
kind of
suppose
like
it's fine, right?
yeah,
If he
he's
did
kind of edging
did-did-did-did,
people.
Yeah, no, he edged people to a good amount. Shout outs to
good.
Darude. If Darude's listening to this, you were sick.
and he is.
Let's collab.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Anyway, Reddit story.
I was thinking maybe we can do a Patreon episode reading the Reddit
Yeah,
stories.
great idea.
Oh,
'Cause we've,
speaking of teasing people,
Ooh,
join the Patreon if you want to hear beach Reddit stories.
edging our viewers here. No, because we've gone a little bit overtime, and I spent more time on the quotes than the Reddit stories. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
but
great.
They're better.
If you want to hear them, then
Let's go do it.
Patreon.com/underdogspod.
Have to do a wee in the ocean.
Wow.
Would
But
you believe
first,
it?
we got to
At the
decide
beach.
what to put on the poll for our topic next week.
All right.
Tigers.
No, I think we should really branch out to something wild. We've done a lot on animals recently.
Okay,
with
let's
fish.
go.
We've done a lot of vague stuff.
Traffic.
Traffic.
That could be good. Yep.
Doesn't sound good, actually.
That's so fun. Everyone loves traffic.
Traffic-
That's really going to
Traffic,
draw.
you know what? Traffic reeks of something to be on the pole for
Yeah,
weeks.
fun.
I think a bit
when I
about
hear traffic,
traffic-
I think fun.
Yeah.
I've got to do a wee survey.
Traffic's
out of
on.
here.
Traffic?
Yep.
God
All
bless
right.
you, viewers.
Vote for traffic if you want.
Now,
Yes.
lead us out of the episode, Peter.
I'm going to the beach now, guys. See you later. I love the beach.